everyone. It's Mama's Comedy Show.
Hey, Cousin Internet, it's me, Cousin Todd, with Mama's Comedy Show. And with me is Cousin Jason.
Hello, hello.
And it's Cousin Matt.
Hi, guys.
And now bringing her dinner up onto the stage, it's Cousin Jaimz.
Hi, Cousin Internet.
Oh.
How you guys doing?
All
I
right.
am bursting.
Yeah.
How are you
with
doing?
chicken
good.
I'm doing
quesadilla.
good. My assistant is out of the country right now.
That's not your assistant. That's your wife.
And we don't use that word. We don't
So
use
you're
that word.
eating
She
healthy?
does help
You doing
him a
well?
lot.
I have
You have to
legit
admit.
she
I
has
have
her green card now. It's legal.
I have legit had pizza 5 times in a row, like 5 meals in a
Do
row.
you
Yeah.
feel like you've changed as a person?
Do you feel bloated?
No, I don't. And you know what? I bought. What are those?
Is it like when you eat beans over and over again, eventually you
I
don't
don't
fart
do
as
that.
much?
I do not do that. You know that soda
Sorry.
that's like the prebiotic soda?
Kombucha?
No, it's like Poppy or something
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like the
Okay.
stupid expensive soda.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's what adults give their kids when the kids want soda, but they don't want to feel
Yeah,
bad
it's
about
like
it.
low calorie and it's good. It's good though. So I had I was on like my 4th pizza meal and I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna have a Coke or even a Diet Coke. I don't want the
No.
caffeine right now.
Sure.
I'm gonna
That's
have
where
one of
you're
these
going to limit.
healthy sodas
Sure. Yeah.
and
Counteracts the pizza.
let them fight in my gut for supremacy. And so I got about halfway through that soda before I went, I'm about to shit my pants.
Oh.
So it cleans you out as well.
Well, I think what it means is the soda was winning that fight.
Oh.
You got things moving. And then who wins that fight? Us?
his sewer system. So does that mean there's meat in the house now?
I mean, there's always been meat.
That's
I don't.
that's what
Yeah,
she calls
that's
you.
right.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
In his pants.
Yeah, now I just slam it against the counter. No,
Ew.
Only
Some
now do
salami.
you do that?
do you know that joke? There's
No.
a joke that is this guy. He's very famous, or he's very popular with all the women in the office.
Yeah.
And the boss just looks through the window and he sees this guy always hooking up with a different girl.
Oh.
And the boss goes, "Hey, Peterson, I have a question for you.
Peterson.
I gotta know, man. Like, what is your secret with the women?" And he's like, "Well, here's the secret. This is what I do. Before I have sex with a woman, I pull out my penis. Of course, you need to do that. But I whack it on the table, on a countertop, because it kind of numbs it a little bit, and then I can go for hours." And the boss is like, "Oh, I think I'm going to try that when I get home, surprise my wife." Guy sneaks into his own house. His wife is in the shower, and he's like, "I'm going to get ready." Pulls out his penis, starts whacking it on the bedside table, and his wife goes, "Peterson, is that you?"
Peterson sounds a little bit like that bus driver.
Zing.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
But to your question, we've always had meat in the house. Like she's not one of those.
She's
vegetarians?
vegan, right?
Oh,
not-
she's
vegetarian.
one of the good
Oh,
ones.
she's vegetarian, so she'll
Yeah.
do cheese.
Well, she's actually pescatarian, so she'll do fish too.
Oh, I bet she will.
Oh.
And every time she takes a bite of it, I go, "Oh no, Nemo!"
No, not sexy. No.
But I haven't had
Yeah, salmon.
Yeah.
I haven't
tuna.
had mammal in like 4 months.
What's your wife?
4 months.
4 months.
Your poor wife.
Zing.
Yeah.
Wait, so does that
Yeah.
mean, wait, you've said this before,
Yes.
but you've had pork.
No. Well, not in 4 months.
Pork,
Not in
pork,
4
pork.
months.
No bacon?
Nope.
No ham?
Nope.
No sausage?
Nope.
Those
So what
are
meat
all
have
from
you
the
had
same
other than
animal.
Chicken.
Those are a few of my favorite
Chicken?
things.
I have chicken. I have fish.
Turkey bacon?
Turkey.
Bullshit.
Yeah, turkey.
Now, I would also say that bird is kind of a mammal because
It's
it
not a
does,
It is
mammal.
not a mammal.
It
they lay
does.
eggs.
Bird.
It
is-
does
It is
have
not a mammal.
a consistent body temperature.
That's
God.
not
So
what
it
a
is
mammal.
not a
It lays
reptile.
eggs. You idiot.
It's one. It's just one of the things.
Matt, you're pretty. How much pain medication are you on with that arm?
None right now.
Really?
None right
Maybe
now.
you should be.
This is all me.
So, anywho,
Anywho,
Yeah.
we actually have something new that we're doing in the show tonight. It's actually before the
we
show.
do.
We do.
Is it
Um,
Matt
all
takes
my
his
Wait,
clothes off?
wait. I'm sorry. I keep thinking about this. I shouldn't be thinking about this. How low are this guy's counters?
Oh,
Or how tall is he?
How tall is this guy?
I mean,
Like, that's a high fucking.
let me
excuse
tell
my
you something.
language.
When I
Like-
heard that joke,
Yeah.
I walked into the bathroom to brush my teeth,
Yeah.
and I looked at the counter and I went, "That's the right height." The sink's right here. You don't have to stand on
Your
your tippy
sink
toes.
is.
You can.
I mean, I would.
No.
I don't know. My sink's
Well,
like
now,
here, of course
if
I'm-
any, I wish the audience was
I'm
here.
pretty sure.
Everybody
Tiny
was
man.
going to go home and try it.
Yeah.
All right. Tell you what. If you are a male in our audience, it's all females in the audience.
Look at
tonight.
that. Well, Josh is out there.
That's the
Uh,
kind of show
Well, Josh
it
is a
is.
female.
yeah, if you're a male listening to this,
Josh
when
is
you
a
get
dolphin.
home, record just the audio of your penis.
Well, I have several in a drawer.
If you're in a
doesn't
car,
count.
Should we email
don't.
it to Mama's Comedy Show?
You can email it to mama
Text
at
it to
mamascomedyshow.com.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So anyway, as I
Sorry.
was saying,
Okay, enough of that. My apologies.
speaking
I
of
had
meat,
to say it.
we have a new thing that is going to be a treat, hopefully, to the audience
Ooh,
tonight.
Is it chocolate?
Nope.
I want chocolate.
Oh.
It is. Well, you're on your period.
No, next week.
It's a new song for mamas.
Oh.
well.
Yeah.
Oh, Mama's theme song.
Yes.
Are we
This
gonna
is
play it
okay.
now?
A theme song. We like
Well,
that.
So
over the course of the
podcast
week, I was
can hear it?
releasing those songs
Right.
for each of you.
Yeah, mine's a
Many
banger.
thanks. Yeah.
James's song is about her love of sausages.
Yeah.
That's
Speaking
right.
of meats,
I'm on the hunt for sausages at night.
and then you had the sax solo at the end.
The sexy, sad
Yeah.
sax solo.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you were saying that your boyfriend.
I messaged it to my boyfriend, and almost like 3 minutes later, which is I guess is about the length of the song, he messages me back. He's like, "Oh my God, I'm laughing so hard in my office right now." And I was like, "That's great. I'm glad that you appreciate your girlfriend's love of sausages."
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I at least I tried to make it about wieners, but it wouldn't let me use the word wiener.
As it shouldn't, because
It just-
sausage is the appropriate term.
Wait,
yeah.
is that because it's like a
Euphemism.
trademark or a euphemism? Because wiener is a brand name.
yeah.
I wonder if it's
not a brand name.
Yeah,
though.
but I think when in context
It's like a hot dog.
of she's
she's hunting sausages.
Yeah.
she
at
hunts
night.
wieners.
Do you think AI is that smart?
Or AI
Yes.
might
Yeah.
have thought you were talking about killing dogs.
Well, it also
Oh.
No.
it also wouldn't let me when I made a song for Andrew, and it's all about him telling that bee sting joke. Is the song, but throughout the song, he's calling himself Mr. Asian Man,
Yeah.
and that's not what I wanted. I wanted Mr. Asian Face because I thought that was funnier.
but he's so not.
But it wouldn't. He is absolutely
he
Asian.
is ambiguously ethnic.
I will give you that. When
Yeah.
he first started, I thought he was like the kid from Up. I didn't know if he was Mexican or.
And then his last name is
Asian.
Ramos. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's weird.
Yeah.
He has
Yeah.
a last name.
Yes, Ramos.
Yeah, he's not like Cher or Madonna.
Yeah. That's true.
Do you guys know that the beds at Disney hotels aren't anchored to the walls?
Well, wait, why?
Does this
Which
have-
hotel?
I found
Are you
that
saying
out.
you can move them around?
They do move if
Oh.
movement is happening on them.
I see what you're saying.
Fair enough.
They will move so far as to be in the middle of the room, heading towards the door.
My goodness.
Yeah,
Honey, we're not doing it right.
yeah. It was an eye opener. We found the magic carpet ride
Wow.
at Disney.
You don't need to respond to that, Bobby.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe,
There you go.
Maybe we're not staying at night.
was-
he couldn't hear
It
her.
was
She
funny.
said maybe
Like,
we're
talk
not
about-
staying at nice
Talking
enough
about breaking the
hotels.
mood. I mean, we were
Matt-
laughing hysterically.
Matt, where did you go on your honeymoon?
We went to Miami.
Miami,
That's
Ami,
yeah.
Ami.
I feel like
I mean, that was just for like 4 days. It was more of a like a afterward, but we're hoping to go on like a big
grand
out,
getaway.
out of the country honeymoon. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
For purposes of this conversation, Miami.
Nice.
Do you have follow-up questions?
no, just that
Oh.
I honestly believe that Miami is a very gross place.
What are you talking about? Party in the city when the heat is on.
Miami is
Party
the
in the
grossest
city
city
when the
I've
heat is
ever
on.
been
There's
to
a
in my
whole
life.
song.
Tell me more about that.
Okay.
Matt goes there to have sex. It must be really gross.
No, the first time I ever left the country, you have to have a passport,
went to
right?
You went to Miami?
No. Well, I did have to go to Miami. This as part of that story.
Welcome to Little Havana.
So I paid for an expedited passport,
Yeah.
and
Which does nothing.
it did not
No.
arrive. And I started panicking because I was like, I'm leaving the country in 2 days.
Ooh.
So I was getting real nervous.
Yeah.
And I paid for expedited like months beforehand.
Yeah, expedited means give us more money and we'll
so-
think about it.
What you can do is you can go to Miami and get one day of.
Oh yeah.
So I
Certain
went
cities have that. Yes.
first thing in the morning. I went into that office, filled out the paperwork, and then they were like, "Okay, you're good to go." And I said, "So how long does that normally take for you to give me the passport?" And they're like, "You can come back at 5 p.m." And I was like, son of a bitch. So I got to explore the city of Miami.
Did you see Dexter?
No,
He's there.
because they filmed that in L.A.
That's in California.
I did see a woman slip on a half-eaten Big Mac and crack her head on the ground.
Shut up.
And when I went, oh my God, are you okay? A police officer across the street went, hey, get away from her.
Did you eat the rest of the Big Mac?
No, I didn't want to be tased or shot by the police.
Oh.
For trying to help a human being.
Yeah.
And I did see a homeless person with his hand down his pants in the library.
Was it Ali Flores?
No, I don't think his people are in. Miami's more Cubans.
Yeah.
Did
It's a
this?
self-serve
So
library.
these two things colored your opinion of.
I don't use. Please don't say colored.
Sorry.
You sound very.
It biased your negative. It gave you a negative opinion of Miami as a whole.
Yeah, Miami's gross.
So the same thing happened with me with Chicago.
You saw a woman slip on a Big Mac.
No, not exactly
I love
the
Chicago.
same thing.
It's a great.
See, I
weekend
hate
town.
Chicago.
It's a great
I think it
weekend
couldn't
town.
go. There are people there that I love, but I also wish it was gone. Because I lived in Milwaukee for a number of years, but I took some classes there. And one night I was.
Where did you take classes?
I'm not.
Are you afraid to say the name?
I don't.
You think
I,
they're listening to this
no,
podcast?
I don't.
Chicago?
No, we don't need to say Second
that
City
Second
or
City?
IO.
Yeah.
So I was coming back, and I was not a good driver.
Right.
I don't know. I
So
don't.
it's your
This
fault.
is before GPS. I don't know roads. I don't know streets. All I know is get me back on the interstate. Anyway, to make a long story short, I went the wrong way down a one-way street. The cops pulled me over. Their first words were, "What the fuck are you doing?" I was like,
That would
"I
be
don't
my
know.
first words.
I'm just trying to get home, sir." The guy takes my license. While he's doing whatever, he comes back, holding my license. He goes, "We got another call. I got your license. If you want it back, you better follow us."
What?
Yes.
He was taking you into
absolutely
a war
happened.
zone.
No, so he takes my license, he drives away. So I have to follow him. I'm already not a great city driver. So I'm following this guy around so they can go to another place where someone has been pulled over. There's already a cop there.
Right.
I'm not sure why it needed to be the backup unless they're like, it's just a little white guy. We'll bring him along.
Maybe they were
It's going to
recruiting
be
you.
fine.
We wanted to show you what
Do we
happens.
get there?
Maybe they needed your help, Matt.
Anyway, I hope not. Anyway, the end of the story is I did eventually get it back, but I had to go to the police station that night. I had to write a check because this is like 20-some years ago. Anyway, I got my license back. I finally got home very late at night. But the point, all that is that I hate Chicago.
Chicago?
I don't want to ever. I will go there again, but I hate that city.
Jason, do you have a city that you hate?
Probably. I probably do. Yeah.
Okay, well, while you're thinking about it, James, do you have a city that you hate?
No, actually, I really like to travel, and I've been lucky. The places that I've gone to, I don't stay very long, so it's like a quick when you go in and out.
Just a quickie.
Just a
10
quickie.
hours in Miami was enough for me to go.
I mean, I hate.
Fuck
You know
this
what I hate
place.
is
Yeah.
layovers that you're just fucking stuck somewhere. That drives me crazy, especially when I get to the airport and
Yeah.
then they give you the delay, and you're like, "Well, I'm already fucking here."
Yeah.
And you can't even like see the city. You're
Right.
just seeing the airport.
I wasn't really impressed with LA, but I did all the tourist stuff out there. And the recent time I went there, I literally just went to go to Disney, so it's not like I even had to deal with the city. I love New York. I love London. Chicago's a cool little, weekend city.
So what you're saying is you haven't been to enough places to hate one.
I loved Ireland. So I'm sure there are places that I probably wouldn't enjoy, but if I go back to Europe, which I will, because again, it's my favorite place in the world, I'll do Ireland first and then finish in London because there's a big difference in socioeconomic feeling
I
of
think
the
you
city
can
there.
finish in both places if the beds aren't attached to the walls.
Yeah, well,
Boom.
if the beds aren't attached to the walls, it's hard to finish because you're laughing hysterically as
Although-
your bed is drifting like an island. in
Is it
the
on
ocean.
wheels?
No, it was a
Is
hardwood.
a hospital?
It was a hardwood floor. So yeah, and I mean
Oh,
hotel
that-
beds aren't like massively heavy, and then
Yeah.
when two people on
Did
it,
he get a running start first?
I mean, with me, you kind of have to. But we were laughing so hard. It
don't know
was
what
just
that
like
means.
we can't finish this. This is
don't
just
think I wanna
stupid.
One of you was laughing hard.
so
So the next time we went in a different direction, and that helped.
something to keep in mind
Towards the wall.
when you travel to Europe, they don't. Most of the buildings don't have AC,
Right.
so just
Yeah.
don't go in the summer.
Right.
Because it's stinky.
Well, and but also when you ask people like, why don't you guys have AC? I mean, I never say it like that because I don't want to be that American guy. So I'm like, it's pretty hot here.
Said you're passive aggressive about it.
No, I try
That's
to be
not
like
American at all.
I try to make them bring it up. And then when the minute they say, "Oh yeah, we were in America and you all had air conditioning," I'm like, "Oh yeah, that is a difference. Why is that different? Like that's interesting." And then they always say, "Well, because we would only use it for 2 weeks out of the year."
The 2 weeks that you're here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I still love those places. But Miami can still suck a dick.
In Europe, I was surprised at how small like the bathrooms and such are. Like you can literally go into a bathroom and like have to move on the toilet to get the door to close because the spaces are so small. And there's not a lot of public restrooms. So if you go into a restaurant, you have to be a patron to use the bathroom there.
Right.
Or
and there's
you-
the charged
There
the
are
bathrooms that they
paid
charge
toilets
for.
on
Yeah.
the street, yeah, which are kind of funny.
And the toilets move away from the walls when
No,
you're having
they
sex on them.
don't. Liar.
It's difficult.
Jason,
Now
have you thought
that's-
long and hard about a city or location?
I don't think there's a city that I hate, but I really hate driving around touristy Orlando.
Yeah.
And when I first
Isn't it
moved
nice
here,
we're
I
not there
tried to
anymore?
avoid it as much as possible.
Close to being in Miami.
kind
Are you
of.
talking about what part? Tell me
but
what.
I didn't
Where we used to
drive when I
perform?
lived in.
Yeah,
So
like you're talking on iDrive.
yeah, yeah.
Like, where are
So
you
like
saying?
you might
Okay.
be driving on I-4, you might be driving on iDrive, anywhere that's touristy. The person in the left lane
Sand Lake
suddenly is
Road.
like, "Oh my God, I need to be
Yeah.
in the right," and they
Yes.
just cut it all the way across, and nobody cares. And I hate it so much.
So much?
Yeah,
I feel like it's a really good idea. Like, there's that I-4 and Sand Lake exit.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the
That nightmare?
deadliest.
Yes.
It's one of the
It's the
deadliest
worst.
intersections.
You can be on that
Oh, no
exit
kidding.
and there's no way to get off of it or turn around or anything.
yeah,
you could be
you're
on that
just-
exit for 25, 30 minutes. And
Yeah.
you're at the mercy of that freaking red light.
Yeah, and every time I see an accident there, I'm like, gosh, I hope that
Yeah.
lady's okay.
Wasn't it Matt who got pulled over in all of our stories?
All of your stories.
Yeah.
Man.
So let's do this real quick.
Let's do
All
that.
right.
We've
the
got
thing.
more people coming in. So let's do
Tell
a real
them what
quick.
this is.
Well, we will, but first, let's get some initials here. Hi, what's your first name? Rihanna, with an R. And what's your last initial?
That's a song.
S. So RS. So you guys,
RS.
we have to come up with a segment for the podcast
Okay.
using RS. James, go.
Real shit.
Okay. Jason,
railing sluts.
Matt,
Rustic scenery.
rustic scenery, and I will go with rocket sauce.
Rocket sauce.
Okay.
Yes. So, James,
Yes.
what is real shit about?
Real shit is telling stories of a time where you had to deal with some real shit.
Yeah.
Whether it's something shit in life or an actual bowel movement.
Okay.
That's the story I want to hear.
Okay. Jason?
Yeah, railing sluts. Now you think
Right.
that's going to be like a sexual thing.
That's what I was hoping
No,
for.
this is when you're playing video games and you're just like, really getting a good headshot on people.
Is that what you say in a video game when you shoot someone in the head? You're like,
Real sluts.
I railed that slut?
Yep, that's what I say.
Okay.
I'm
It's
really
weird
good
for
at
Donkey
games.
Kong, yeah.
Matt?
Stories about that.
I was gonna. I mean, rustic scenery, a place
Oh.
where you pulled over and it was really nice. It was a really nice.
Says
thing
the
to
man in the
see.
flannel.
and then start railing sluts.
I mean, I feel like people have good stories about road trips, right?
That's real shit.
For those of you who don't know, rocket sauce is a euphemism for the jisms.
I was wondering if this was in regards to the Yum
Because
Yum
it's
sauce
no, it's the sauce that comes out of your rocket.
After you eat pizza
Oh.
for 5 days in a row.
and the poppy drink.
So I think rocket sauce is about a time where rocket sauce came to play. See what I did there? In your life, expectedly or unexpectedly.
Oh, okay.
There's so
All right.
many stories.
So now you, the audience, get to vote on which segment you would like to hear.
Yeah.
If you'd like to hear James's segment of real shit,
shit.
scream and applaud now. All right. If you would like to hear Jason's stories of
Railing sluts.
railing sluts, scream and applaud
that
now.
was like a monster truck.
Thank you.
One person.
Hey, that's right.
Just that guy you railed.
That's my guy.
And then Matt, rustic
Yes.
scenery. If you want to hear about that, scream and a cheer now.
Not even Beth
No,
cheered for me.
no one.
Beth's like
Beth actually said,
everyone's
"Fuck you,
friend.
And
No, it's okay.
How
I see
about
where our relationship is.
if you would like to hear about rocket sauce, make some noise now. All right, just one.
I think she was getting some at the moment.
So who had the most? James?
I did, yeah.
All right, so James, explain
With 3,
this segment.
James
All right,
won.
so this segment, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between, will be about a time that you had to deal with some real shit, or you actually had a real shit.
Right.
So, Todd, I have a feeling that you've got a few of those.
Tons of dookie stories.
Yeah.
So
Let's go.
many. So if anybody has one ready to go,
Oh yeah. I've
Go ahead.
I've got one
Go
ready.
ahead.
So I was at my office once. I was working in internet. I drive. When I was working in by UCF, and I was working really late. I was doing a proposal for a convention we were going to. We were getting it in at the last minute, and I was working really late. And I felt the rumbly and my tumbly, and I felt the like things weren't going right. So I would go to the bathroom, go out my mouth, go out of the bathroom, go out the other direction, go to the bath, and meanwhile I'm still working.
Terrible.
Done.
you're spreading these germs
the worst
everywhere.
feeling.
In the bathroom. Now I'm
Bubble
alone.
guts.
Nobody else is in the
Sloppy
office.
plops.
Yeah, this is before
Swamp
this is
ass.
before you can work from home. So
Hershey squirts.
I'm done. I run to my boss's office.
Dingle
I'm like,
flops.
I'm done. I got the proposal done. You can send it whenever I feel terrible. I got to go home. I have the flu or something. Okay. And my body says, all right, we just got to go one more time.
Yeah.
One more time. So I go to the bathroom, and my body says, all right, it's time to make a choice because it's going to come out both ends. Are you going to sit
Oh.
or are you going to kneel? And I'm like, I'm going to kneel because I know I can hold it.
Like on one knee,
Like
No,
praying to the
both
porcelain
knees,
god.
And like,
Yeah.
yes.
but
yeah.
but you know you're gonna shit.
But I had done so much that I was like, there's no way I can't hold it.
Life.
Finds a way.
Finds a way.
Well, it did. And anyway, I put my pants.
give it a 7 out of
I'm
10.
trying to get past all the. Anyway, I put my pants in a little baggie, and I Winnie the Pooh out of my office like this, and I call my roommate. I said, I need you
Please
to come
tell me
pick
you
me
were
up.
wearing a red shirt.
I don't know what I was wearing, but I called my roommate. I said,
His
I need you to
pants
come
were
pick me
definitely
up.
brown.
I need you to come pick me up at work. Bring underwear and shorts. Just go into my room. So I run. It's dark. I run out of the building. There's nobody there. My boss is on the other side.
Security cameras.
And I don't think. I hope not. And I run out. And I jump behind a bush. And I'm waiting for my roommate. He comes, picks me up. He throws me the bag. I put on some. And he's like, "Oh, how's it going?" I'm telling him as we're driving away.
I like that he said, "How's it going?" after he had to bring you underwear and pants.
As you're driving away.
This isn't
How's
the
it going?
first time that it happened to me. And as we're driving away, I see the security guard just sitting right where I ran past. Yeah. So
Yeah, he was like an indigenous American tracking you. He sees a little stain on the ground. He puts his fingers on it. And still warm.
And he had that single tear
he did.
falling down his
He
eye.
did.
All right, so real shit. Let's see. My son, when he was born, his father and I had a kind of contemptuous relationship, but
Right.
he would come over and be a part of Xander's life and help take care of him and whatnot. It was his first child. He was not around children very often, so he didn't have a lot of experience. I'm an oldest child of 3 plus babysitting and whatnot, so I had some more experience. Xander was about 3 months, just about the age when the runny baby poo starts becoming a little bit more solid, right? So I'm in the kitchen cooking, and Xander's dad picks him up and takes him to go get changed. And I knew he already had something loaded for him.
Right.
So he cleans that up, and I'm in the kitchen, and I'm cooking, and I hear him in the back going, "Ah!" I was like, you all right back there? And he goes, "It just keeps coming." So I guess he had cleaned him up, changed his diaper, and Xander went again. And then as he was changing his diaper, the Play-Doh Fun Factory kept producing. And that will always stick in my brain as a ha-ha to you.
Like, people use that analogy of the Play-Doh Play Factory.
Yeah.
But can you imagine that if you actually tried to slide one of those plastic
The shapes?
shape maker
It would not stay in
Into
the
your
shape.
butt
because your
crack?
butt's already shaped like a starfish,
It would not
and it
stay in
doesn't
the
come out
shape.
that
I would
shape.
no, I would do spaghetti. I want
Yeah.
the spaghetti
Yeah,
shape.
noodles. Yeah, noodles. Yeah.
I thought this was a
You
classy
guys know this is
show.
a podcast,
Yeah.
right? It's not the show yet. All right.
Who
Matt,
are you people?
Matt, tell us your real shit story.
Yeah.
Mine is also from when my children were small. Let's see. I think
They are shitty. You're right. This is a good story.
if you're listening, kids, I love you. They like, Dad, I really did a deep dive into your past. Jesus, what the hell were you doing?
They're not going to listen to this until after you die. So this will be funny.
Well, I mean, Xander's a grown up
Kids,
now.
if I'm dead, use my life as a cautionary tale. So I'm just kidding. I'm a pretty run of the mill guy. So my son is older than my daughter. I'm giving let me try to remember. Anyway, giving my daughter a bath. She shits in the tub. If you don't have kids, you know that
Baby
you can't
Ruth.
have poop in the tub with
Is
the
that
kid.
frowned
Can I-
upon?
So you gotta drain everything.
Can I
What?
tell you real quick?
Yeah.
Like I have a distinct memory when I was a child bathing with my brother and having to poop and just letting it happen. But because I was sitting, it just mushed. And I remember my mom yanking me out of the tub, and I remember looking at it. Dude, I am so serious. I looked at it and I said, "It's a peanut butter cup," because it made a little
And
circle.
you love peanut butter cups. Like, he fucking loves peanut butter cups. Did we just unpack a whole lot?
That's why. I guess that's why I love eating shit now. I don't know.
So Matt, your daughter pooped in the
Sorry,
tub.
she pooped in the tub. If you don't have kids, you know you got to take them out. You got to drain it. You got to get some Clorox. You got to spray it down because you don't want that shit to spread.
Shit.
Anyway, meanwhile, my son, I didn't know, he's doing his business, but he is sitting down. It's mushing under him.
Yep. Peanut
But
butter
I did
cup.
not. But I did not know that. So while I'm cleaning her off and the tub, he's taking it upon himself. But I don't know it because he's sitting in it. All I know is he's being so well behaved at this point. He's being great. He's sitting so nice. He's playing, talking to himself. Anyway, I clean her up, realize that he is shit. While I'm cleaning him up, she is shit again. The tub.
What are you feeding your children?
The tub is still not
Shit.
cleaned. They're fucking kids. I don't know what they eat. They just run around and eat shit.
He
You
just
have
made-
children, you know.
His children
My
are
children
basically
don't eat shit.
That's why they're shitting.
his children are
This is
basically
like,
human
I'm
centipede.
talking like a 3 or 4 month old and a 2-year-old. Like these are small
babies.
children.
Okay.
Exactly. These are very small children. Anyway, so that was it. I cleaned everything up. It was a shitty night.
Literally.
It was literally a shitty
Am I the
night.
only one that's going to have a story where I shit myself?
Yeah, mine.
It's all children?
I don't have
and
kids, and
You have
we.
dog stories of shit though.
Yeah, that's where I'm going. I don't have kids, but I also. Were you here on the podcast that we did where we had to tell stories if we shit ourselves?
I feel like yeah.
Because I feel like that would have been a great one for you to tell. Because I've
I
never
told
shit
a
myself.
different one.
Yet.
You. I guess when you shit yourself a lot, you have a wide variety of stories.
If shitting yourself was an Olympic sport, I would be Michael Jordan. Like
He's the goat.
One of my dogs that I had for a long time, she lived to be 17 years old. Her name was Seymour. And
Seymour
she
butts.
was Seymour asses. She was a lab corgi mix. And if you don't know like what a lab corgi mix looks like, but you know what a lab looks like, imagine putting your hands on a lab's back and just pushing it down to little tiny stubby legs.
She was so sweet.
And she was such a good dog. But she had 2 just horrific shit incidences that happened, and I'll tell this one because one of them involved like I had to get rid of a couch. Like I had to just like it was she diarrheaed all over this couch, but it like went back into the cushions and it was everywhere.
there's no coming back from
Like
that.
John Wick when he calls in the cleaners. That couch was gone.
I mean, I spent hours cleaning and scrubbing, and eventually I called my neighbor and I was like, "Hey, man, can you help me throw this couch away?" So the second time that this happened, I was asleep. Right, that's like the most peaceful time of your day. I'm sleeping, and
Theoretically.
then and I keep my room dark. Like I like pitch black,
Yeah.
dark.
Yeah.
A cave.
Well, I opened my eyes and I can't see anything because my room is so dark, but I smell.
Yes.
And like dog shit and dog
Yes.
diarrhea are 2 different smells. 2 entirely different smells. So I'm like, oh no. Something's happened.
Oh no.
I jump out of the bed and immediately feel it on the bottom of my feet.
Oh.
And I'm like, well, I have to see what I'm dealing with. So I go to flip the light switch.
Don't do it.
It's on my hand.
Don't do it.
I looked, you guys, like I'm not even joking. My first thought was I have to take this dog to the hospital because there was doggy diarrhea all up the wall.
Oh.
Like a Jackson Pollock painting, and it reached up to the top of the door.
She's an artiste.
Well, and in my head, I'm going, how did it get so high?
The dog with corgi legs?
Yes, all I could think was she had to have, like, the power had to have caused her to, like, push forward so that her little ass was pointed up.
She skunked.
Her feet, her back legs had to have come off the ground for it to get that high. But it was everywhere. And I looked at her and she knew what she did. She was like, I feel bad about this. And that's one of
If
those.
I can compensate you in any way, let me.
you know, like when if you have a pet, and like if you hear like a cat in the middle of the night do that, that's like
It's a whole different sound from your girlfriend.
Yeah. You are. I'm like, is my cat blowing me? Muffin would.
You'd feel that tongue though. You'd
Yeah.
feel the sandpaper tongue.
So no, but like usually like if a cat throws up or something, you're like, oh, you can get up and you can do that like lazy eyes closed walk, so that you're like, I'm still kind of asleep. Like it's not going to be hard work to go back to sleep, clean it up. That mess on the wall, I was like, I might as well
up.
just stay up.
I'm up.
Yeah. This is a good 2 hours of scrubbing.
You can't ignore it because you can't go to sleep with that
Oh,
smell.
no, yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, and that's the segment, Real Shit,
Shit.
everybody.
Yes.
And I'm the only one that shit myself. So there you go.
Well, you're the only one that told about it.
That's true.
I have been pregnant twice.
Yeah,
Are
and
you
you
saying I'm
get
pregnant?
yeah, you get pregnant if you shit yourself.
It's
Yeah.
true.
You've just been real lucky.
That's like one of the symptoms. You get morning sickness, your boobs are sore, and you shit yourself.
How are your boobs feeling, Jason?
They're sore.
Oh my gosh.
Are they sore to you?
No.
Oh.
So the next segment before we wrap things up is a real quick would you rather question. And I feel like we asked this one in our very first Would You Rather podcast ever.
Years ago.
Okay.
And it was like a whole podcast. This is episode 199, by the way. Next week is episode 200.
That's
and it's
math.
also going to be my birthday show.
Hey.
I
and
won't be here.
just so you guys
Yay.
know,
I mean,
next
Happy
week's
birthday.
show is over half sold out already, or over
Happy
half full.
birthday.
So if you want to come to that, get tickets ASAP. But anyway, so this is the question that we asked on that Would You Rather question. And the reason this kind of came up is because I had a full conversation with someone else about this that lasted way longer than this question should take to answer.
Okay.
And I'll start with you two since Jaimz has already answered this question, but I'm still excited to hear what she has to say because I can go back and listen to that podcast and see how she's grown as a person.
Oh, okay.
I've shrunk.
Oh, you've shrunk as a person.
I have.
Jason,
Yes, Todd.
would you rather
Yeah.
watch your parents have sex
Oh,
every day for the rest of your life or join in one time and it stops? You have a question? Who are you closest to?
I grew up with my dad and my stepmother, so
Okay.
I'll go there. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if
Watching-
you can get away on the technicality
watching
for this
them.
one.
Watching them have sex
Right.
every day,
Yep.
or joining in
One time.
Oh, well, no, that's still gross.
No, all you have to do is join in once
That's a
and then you
good
never have to
question,
see it again.
actually.
What I was gonna say is it's my stepmom, so it's not. But no, she's my mom.
Yeah, but you're joining in. The other person, your dad is involved.
Oh,
It's like Eiffel Tower.
oh man.
It
All right.
might end up being a bonding moment where your dad's like, "Hey, son."
No.
Yeah.
I see you inherited more things from me.
And the
No.
cat's in the cradle and the
No,
silver spoon.
but I don't want to watch them either.
Yeah. All right. Well, you got to come up with an answer.
Okay. Do I? Do I have to like enjoy it? Do I have to be into it?
Everyone has to complete.
All right, I'm watching.
You're watching
I'm watching.
for the rest of your.
I
okay.
don't think I could get through it.
All right. Hey, you know what?
Could you have sex with your parents? I don't think I could.
All right, Matt.
I mean, that's the obvious answer, but I think I'd watch.
Jason would. Jason is excited about watching his parents have sex for the rest of his life.
Say that.
What's your answer
How old am I and how old are they?
right now?
Right now.
Oh, wrinkly balls.
Oh, you're 2 years old and
Well,
they're in their prime.
so
No.
right now, well, my dad is passed, so
Well, you
that
have to.
is
Oh.
gonna-
You have to
well,
use your. So is mine, but I'm
yeah,
gonna go with it.
Yeah. No, I think I'm gonna watch, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because after a few times, you're not gonna care anymore.
This is where I'm going.
And
yeah.
also, if you guys have seen Dances with Wolves, when they're in the teepees, they're just doing it in front of their kids. Like, the kids don't care. That's just nature. You know? I think after a while, it's just nature. Here's my real concern, though. How much time is this taking out of my day?
yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, I got shit to do.
Yeah.
That goes
I
into
got
my
an 8-hour
answer.
day and I got 2 kids and I'm married. Like, I don't have time to watch them for 2 hours while my dad gets it up. Like, that's a long time. If
Bring
he's
him
at
in.
a certain age,
Hey,
then I'm
son.
bringing Viagra. Dad, let's get this shit done. I got to get the kids. I got to pick them up from Cub Scouts.
James.
Matt, you made me feel so
I'm
much
kind
better.
of in the same
Thank
boat
you.
of watching because after a while it's just like you're passing through the room eating your cereal and being like, good form.
Yeah.
And as I was growing up, I could hear my mom having sex all the time anyway. So it's like now
Sorry
I just
about
have
that.
the visual to go with the sounds. So,
You were there?
oh, you're saying you fucked my mom?
Whoa.
Whoa, hey, nobody said
I
that.
like that Matt got heat for that. Fuck you, Matt. How dare you?
You're right. I'm so terrible.
I don't know. It could have been you. So yeah, I don't know if I could. No, joining in just is.
That would
Yeah.
ruin my relationship with them. Whereas watching, we can kind of
That would
pretend
ruin
it
my
would ruin the
relationship with
friendship.
sex.
We can kind of be like,
Oh.
No, there's no pretending it didn't happen. You're sitting in a chair
well,
in
do
the
we have
room.
to have a fucking conversation about it?
No, like my dad used to walk around the house
Afterward?
naked anyway. So that, I mean, just another.
so
layer
here's
to that.
Here's why I'm joining in.
Oh, no.
And I'm joining in as soon as possible.
Doesn't your mom live in like a nunnery?
Yeah, no, a convent. Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's time is one very important. I like to travel for work. I would hate to turn down a
Oh,
gig
yeah.
because they're like, "Hey Todd,
You gotta
why
bring
can't
him
you
back
do this
every
gig?"
time.
But can
I'm
you
like,
just FaceTime
I
it?
have to stay here and watch my
Watch
mom
my-
and dad fuck.
You couldn't dial it in and FaceTime it?
No,
And be
you
like,
gotta
"All right,
be
it's
there."
sex time,
I'm
let's see
sorry.
it."
I'm sorry. You're
Also,
going to be
there's time
spending all that
zones.
extra time online with your therapist.
Right. So
Any of that time is going to be lost.
and you say you would just get used to watching them fuck. Like I don't think your parents are, because they're humans. They're gonna want to try new stuff.
Nah.
Yeah, you're the first time you hear your dad go, "Hey, let's try in the butt," and you're gonna go, "Ah, shit."
Aren't you married?
Yeah.
We don't try new stuff after a while.
He's got a point.
You just go back to whatever worked the first time.
Well, it kind of worked.
Because sometimes you just got to go to
I'm
sleep.
so sorry for your wife.
So yeah, I'm doing it based on time management because either way, you're gonna be kind of fucked in the head
Literally.
for watching your parents fuck.
Okay, here's a question.
Every
If you
day for
have to-
years.
If you have to join in, is it actual like penetration intercourse? Or,
Yeah.
could your mom give you a hand job?
Oh.
I mean, are you
Or-
are you considering a hand
depends.
job sex?
It depends
Let-
on the
Can I be drunk?
the
Hold on.
definition of was.
Let me ask you this, James. If you gave a guy a
Go for
hand
it anyway.
job,
Yeah.
would you say I had sex with that guy?
Yes. Manual sex.
Hold on a second.
Are you a virgin?
Here's the thing.
Hold on, wait.
If I gave a hand job to somebody and my boyfriend would consider that cheating, it's sex.
Right. No, it's not sex.
Kissing would be considered cheating.
Yeah,
and that's
kissing
not
is
sex.
cheating. So hold on. By a show of hands in the audience.
The way I kiss
By
it
a show
is.
of hands, is a hand job sex?
It's manually, sexually.
No one is buying your story.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, but
If
What
it
about
gets
oral?
up and
That's
you get
oral
off,
sex.
it's sex.
Well, but it's oral sex. It's not. You don't go, "Hey, could you give me some hand sex?"
Can
well,
I
you
have
just
a
call
manual?
it. Well, you call it hand job, but it's still manually manipulating a sex organ to completion. It's sex.
You guys are just
Yeah.
trying to get out of fucking your moms.
Oh, well, then that
and I'm disgusted.
I kind of agree with the time element. Boy, I'm torn.
Yeah.
But I already
yeah, but if
chose.
I jerk off, I'm going to say you could say you fucked yourself,
Yeah.
Yeah,
which I often do.
exactly.
Say it. I don't do it. I just
all
say
right.
it.
So now we got to wrap things up. James,
Jesus.
what did you learn tonight?
I learned that all of you have issues, and I'm the normal one.
Okay, hand sex. Jason, what did you learn today?
I learned that I need to probably go to a doctor and talk to them about my intestines. And
Yeah.
Your evacuation.
Don't worry about your intestines. It's the shitting yourself that you should
It's
talk
a-
about.
Yes, I need to see a doctor. So, thank you.
Matt, what did you learn about?
I learned that Miami and Chicago, worst cities.
Oh, we're going back that far. Okay.
Why not?
And I learned something tonight too. I learned that my time is more important to me than your time is to you. You mother and father fucking watchers.
You're the motherfucker.
You know what? I only had to do it once.
Oh,
All right,
don't
we're
know if that's a
Mama's
brag.
Comedy Show. You can find us every Friday night at 9 p.m. in person. Go to mamascomedyshow.com for tickets. As I said before, next
20
week's
minutes.
show, the 13th, is over half full right now. So if you want to get tickets for that, get your tickets as soon as possible. That's my birthday show. And not only is it the birthday show, it is the 200th podcast episode.
Ooh, I will be in Georgia.
Do we get a prize?
And we are we're teasing this, but in May, we've only done this 2 other times, and they were a lot of fun. Where we played the dating game on the podcast, where we picked a cousin that was single, and then
Is
we
this for
brought
Andrew?
up. Yeah, we're doing for Andrew.
Aw, Asian
So
man.
Andrew's getting a
Hookup.
dating game episode.
Yeah.
And if you
is
if
it
you
going to be his
listen,
parents?
no.
Every time you guys set up to do it for me, I end up meeting somebody before it happened.
Right. That's why I told him, I was like, hey, don't find love over the course of the next month. And he said, I don't think that's going to be a problem.
He's so sweet.
James, where can people find you?
Oh, tomorrow night we'll be right here at the 1010 B-side. My burlesque group, we're presenting a night of Burlesque All-Stars tomorrow night right here at the B-side. Doors at 8, show at 9. It's $15, and we've got representation from 5 different burlesque troupes of Central Florida. You can find out information about that and future upcoming shows at corsetsandcuties.com.
You can find me at Acting Jason on the socials, and tomorrow I will be performing at Cinematique in Daytona because Andrew won't be there.
Yeah. Matt, where can people find you?
Cleaning out bathtubs.
All right, I'll post your address in the notes, and people can. You do. This Sunday. What day is that?
Sunday
is the 7th. Sunday the 7th. We're doing our first show in Eustis. There's a really great theater space out there. Are you guys from Eustis? Oh, it's like 35 minutes from here. But it's called the Plaza Theater. It's a really cool space. We're doing our first show out there, and it looks like we're going to be doing Sundays out there.
Nice.
So we'll
Because
see.
when you think of Sunday Improv, you think of Eustis.
Well, you know, the interesting thing is when we were talking about doing the show, he said we pull a lot from the villages, and I said, okay, well, we do a cleaner version of the show, and he went, nah. Keep it nasty.
We're going to need to get a shot before we
So
do
we need to
shows.
re-ask that question. If you were going to have sex with your parents,
Can we bring
they're
our
there.
own scrunchies and pineapples?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, cool.
All right,
Lupa.
we'll see you guys next week. Good night.
Bye.
Mama's the queen of the block with a funky crew she'll rock. Cousin Todd on the keys, playing tunes that make you freeze. Cousin Jaimz brings the bass, setting up that funky pace. Cousin Ali on the drums, beating rhythms, here it comes. Now Cousin Matt joins the band with his guitar in hand. Strumming chords, feeling fine, adding layers to the funky line. Mama and the funky family, grooving on the perfect harmony. With every beat they light up the night, spreading joy, everything's alright. Mama's the queen of the block with the funky crew she rock. Cousin Melanie on the floor, dancing moves you can't ignore. Cousin Andrew brings the laughs, cracking jokes with funky craft. Cousin Jason with the ladies, smooth talk that drives them crazy. Now Cousin Ed joins the scene, sleeping on the couch. So serene, strumming chords, feeling fine, adding layers to the funky line. Funky family, moving on a perfect harmony. With every beat they light up the night, spreading joy, everything's alright. Mama and the funky family, moving on a perfect harmony. With every beat they light up the night, spreading joy, everything's alright. Mama and the funky family, moving with grace that can't be beat. With every beat they light up the night, spreading joy, everything's alright.